I have a bet for Hugh Jackman. This is my bet. I bet you that if Hugh Jackman walked around carrying a chain of like 20 severed women's hands around New York City, women would still try to pick him up. Betcha. Like, have him carrying the chain by his hand and then have it just like trailing behind him. Literally severed women's hands in handcuffs on a chain. You'd have to get it to look pretty real, right? It's like people are like, oh, it's fake. That's half of why I think it probably would get the reaction it would get, but that's reality. The reality of it is that if I saw Hugh Jackman walking down the street and he was toting severed hands, I think I'd probably still talk to Hugh Jackman. And like, this is what's wrong with modern American women. That's my contention. It's it's that they would go talk to Hugh Jackman if he was toting severed hands around. And a lot of this has to do with the fact that he's famous and rich and whatever, right? So let's take that away from him. Then none of that matters. All of the reasons that I like Hugh Jackman have basically nothing to do with his money or his fame. He's just like delicious man candy from Australia. It's just true. Like, he is. I saw Hugh Jackman come out of a tank once when I was a kid in X-Men 2, and I think I've been gay ever since. Gay. He is yummy. He just is. He's yummy enough that I think I would talk to him if he was carrying around severed hands. I'd like to find this out. Surely, there's got to be like somewhere in New York that's full of young actresses that this would just be fun to go film. I was talking with a woman I met on the internets. Only 7 miles away from me, so I have high hopes. And the discussion that we were having was basically that men suck. That's why we're lesbians. And she said that Ryan Reynolds could stay, and I said that as long as we kept Hugh Jackman naked and chained somewhere, wearing that Wolverine, like, I'm in prison, X-Force, whatever the fuck it was, headgear. Like, we'll just keep him fucking naked and chained in a basement somewhere like that, going, Rah! And Ryan Reynolds can be free. Because, like, I think that would be the show right there. The last men kept alive as pets by the lesbians. Who'd they keep? Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. How'd they keep them? Well, Ryan Reynolds had a good life. He's too pretty to put in a fucking, like, dungeon. Plus, you know he's not gonna fight back. I just, like, assume that Wolverine wants to fight back. I'm excited to meet her. I haven't met anyone in forever. We're gonna get coffee. Going to get coffee is the gay, trans, lesbian version of making sure that you're who you say you are, I guess. I guess that's a lot of people what getting coffee is about. One of those things, like, it's hard to find someone that's into all the shit that you're into. It makes you a little, I don't know, makes you want to hang out a little longer and go on more than one date, at least when you do find somebody. This is the nice part. It's like Dakota, she asked me to be her girlfriend. I don't know. That kind of blew me away. Mainly because she was young and hot, and I didn't understand that basically young and hot doesn't matter for shit. You can go buy young and hot. It's the X factor. It's the, hey, we can stand to, be in the same room and hang out and whatever, and I find you sexually attractive. That's difficult to find. Especially when you're a fucking lunatic. It helps if you are a lunatic just to realize that you are and to go try to date other lunatics. That's half of why I like the trans lesbian thing. It allows me to just go date other crazy people. I'm of the opinion that sanity isn't so much a real thing as it is you still fit into society's norms. If that makes any sense. I think it's more like everyone is actually insane according to them, or sane according to them. I've done some pretty insane stuff, and all the doctors agree I'm perfectly normal. So with that, I think maybe people are just like this. Cat's running under the bed. He's hoping I pull out a 1911. He wants to go for the laser. Cat always challenges me to gunfights. All he ever does is dance around at the end of the fucking room at the laser, but he's challenging me. Watching you, fucker. I don't really know if this has a point other than Hugh Jackman being delicious. He is. The fun part about the lesbian thing is you can choose to involve men or not involve men at any fucking point. It's rather ridiculously easy to get a man that wants to come have fun with you. I don't know what to say about that. That's just fact. And as such, I don't know. This girl feels very similar to me, so we might be having an unnormal amount of group sex in the very near future. Because basically most men are up for that shit, especially if it's two women on one, even trans women. One thing you should get is, for a large majority of guys, if you kind of look and act like you want to be fucked, you are a girl. If that's not you, you should get that, you're in the 10% of the planet that isn't like that, maybe. There's a whole bunch of the planet that, I'm not gay, I just like to hold that guy down and fuck him to death. Okay. The kind of gay that I like. You can not be gay all you want. I'll be all the gay for you, honey. It's really where it's at. Be all the gay for Hugh Jackman. Couldn't even make a growling noise. Grrr. See you guys later.